And now let's discuss those free methods that SOCRadar provides for your dark web monitoring purposes, including threat intelligence. To understand all the free tools provided by SOCRadar, let's Google the term SOCRadar free tools. And you will come into this webpage, SOCRadar.io/labs, which is everything we have for free. On the left, you will first meet our dark web report. This is where you can enter your company domain name and click search. Now you will get a high-level screen showing the report to you. In the background, I can see that certain credentials from Uber.com, in this case Stealer logs, are available in the Russian market. But to read this report, I need to enter an email address from the domain that I searched for. So user@uber.com. Now you can click this button, the red button, to take you to a form that allows you to start your free trial. Here, you enter your business email address. Once you input your data, you say request free access. This will allow you to get an early warning system from SOCRadar against hackers. You will be able to get this platform that will look like this, what you see on the screen. It will allow you to explore the dark web monitoring options available from SOCRadar. That's your first option. If you go back to where we started, if you close that screen, you can see there is 5,000 plus Stealer logs for sale for this victim domain, for this unfortunate domain. Let's actually read that report quickly as to how it looks like. It's a free report on Uber.com created today. It's a 9-page report which shows me an overall summary telling me that the threat severity is quite high. 5,000 plus Stealer logs, 300 plus employee credential leaks, and 500 plus dark web and hacker mentions from 8 different sources. Interesting. As you can see, login.uber.com has all these interesting users, Sergio, Clement, Banana, with interesting passwords and infection date actually from today. If you would like to read more, you would click that button, which would take you to this screen, which allows you to start your 14-day trial. If you get the license, then you get the full access to the platform. From the platform, you can see the exact name of that user that was the reason for this report. So moving on, we also show you all those users that we believe are employees. As you can see, because they have Uber.com domain names, we believe these are employees and not necessarily customers of your company. These users have created additional accounts on other third-party sites. Why is this important? Because these users may be reusing their passwords on other sites. Because their accounts have been leaked from these web pages, including the passwords, as you can see, you need to be alerted to this fact and maybe consider changing these passwords or taking further action. Stealer logs for sale on black market. This is what we have found to be on sale on the Russian market. As I already described to you, the Russian market is quite notorious for its reputable sources. There probably is a reason why it is for sale and why it is not for free. Most likely, the data is very fresh, which means the password is correct. Employee credential leaks, 300 plus leaks here. So we are now telling you all those combo lists, not only the username password combination, but other details in these combo lists as well from the Uber.com domain. And then the dark web mentions. This is where the search term Uber.com was found in multiple hacker forums that we monitor. And we are telling you at which context these mentions were seen. Last but not least, we have the hacker channel mentions, which talks about the Telegram, which is the new breeding ground for such threat actor discussions. As you can see, auth.uber.com was mentioned in a Telegram channel as the full URL, which probably also had the username password right after that. As you can see, someone actually asking the question, I need email access accounts for no reply at uber.com, right? This person is ready to pay such $1 for each log that would be useful for his or her campaign. This allows you to at least understand there's motivation in certain threat actors to target your company so that you can at least know about this and perhaps change your defenses accordingly. So that's the dark web report. What else do we have? Well, we have the IOC Radar. On the left, this is really good for SOC analysts who are doing detailed investigations. You can see this as the dark web of the virus total, right? So you can enter your domain name that you're searching for, IP address, and then get a quick result as to what we think this domain name is up to these days. It seems it's a suspicious host name with a score of almost 77 from 100, which is a significant threat indicator. And the recent creation date also adds insult to the injury here, right? We can see other details, the graph visualization and everything. If you wanted that, then you would get the free threat intelligence license, which is different than the dark web license. Again, by entering your company email address, you would now be able to get a second license from us that allows you to get free CTI license access so that you could get your free access and free trial. Okay, let's continue. And the third one is the threat reports on the left, industry threat landscape reports. I believe this is really useful because if you know what's going on in your industry, you would probably be able to understand the strategic motivations of the threat actors and why they may be targeting your sector for which reason. Once you submit your email address, you should then receive it in your inbox. There you go. Industry threat landscape report is here. Now you can click on the download your report, and sure enough, you have the banking industry report in your fingertips. It talks about the dark web threats, ransomware threats, and other industry-related threats for the banking industry. These are some of the dark web threat actors related to banking, and you can see that on the 16th of May, American Express cards were on sale. Data from another Mexican bank were on sale, and here's the screenshot of where we received that data. You can click on the links in the report to receive that screenshot that we mentioned. As you can see, this is something that we found on the dark web about the Santander Bank from Mexico. So moving on, dark web threats. Mauritian Bank had a data leak. USA Bank had yet another unauthorized admin access, which is very interesting, right? Not just a data leak, but also an admin data leak, which belongs to a bank, right? This is critical. As you can see, access to the admin's PC, he goes online via corporate RMM. There is also corporate Outlook on the computer, and he has corporate mail confirming his membership in the network. Auction, there's an auction for this where the auction starts at $3,000 and it gets stepped by $500. Which is very, very interesting, right? So the threat actors are finding even more interesting ways to monetize their efforts. There's been one ransomware gang specifically for the banking industry. Who else? Clop ransomware, right? These are some of the data leaks. Yet another data breach related to banking, saying we have data of many companies, in this case, companies who use Cleo, right? These companies were actually notified, and I'm not going to go into more details. So moving on. These are all those countries targeted in the banking industry. USA, no surprise, is at the top of the list. These are some of the phishing domains detected in banking. These are some of the APT groups found in the banking industry, and so forth. So this is important to know for your threat intelligence requirements. External attack surface. I also believe this is important. You enter your domain name and you find how you look like from the hacker's perspective, who only has public access to OSINT tools. By utilizing your domain name in public search tools like Shodan, like Census, now they have a complete understanding. We show you exactly what the hackers see so that you can know which assets to search for in the dark web in your hunt and search efforts. Threat actor profiling is another important page that I like, where we talk about multiple threat actors. You can click on them, and let's say APT28, which is ranked as number 2. And then we give you some details about that threat actor. The target countries, Slovakia, Belgium, their MITRE-ATT&CK techniques, which is important. IOCs, the latest IOCs that we are finding from this threat actor these days. And then the Yara Sigma rules that we think are important to have a chance to defend against this threat actor. And then we give a link as to which Yara rule should be useful in your defenses against this threat actor. We also give you the references that we have. CVE Radar. This is where you can search for a CVE and find out our notes on it. Normally, there's a static score. However, we also have a SOCRadar vulnerability risk score, which is a dynamic score. It doesn't have to be the exact same as the static CVSS score, because we look at other details like how many mentions we see on multiple channels, including Twitters of the world. This is how we can understand that it's a upcoming CVE. For whatever the reason, the threat actors have started all of a sudden talking more about this CVE. Maybe there's a new zero-day exploit about it. Maybe there's something that the public may not know yet. So that way, you get an early warning about those CVEs. Finally, we have the campaigns, which shows you what's going on from multiple campaigns. One interesting new technique these days is the fake AI platforms who are, again, trying to steal your data. So the stealer logs are evolving to an interesting level where, in this case, it seems it's the Luma stealer log, where they can trick the users into utilizing so-called Gen AI features, and while doing so, getting their machines infected. Finally, we have the SOC tools, which has further details like IP reputation, phishing radar, DOS resilience, VPN security, email analyzer, and email grader, where you can upload your EML file if you receive a suspicious email. This is how you can get a quick analysis of that email so that you know whether it should be considered as a phishing email or not. So that shows you how you can get free access to SOCRadar tools right away in your fingertips, or apply for a trial or POC license to understand how the platform can help you benefit from our extensive threat intelligence and big data.